welcome to HMS At. This is HMS At Fashion Week Preview, and today we're speaking with Chloe Dao of Chloe Dao Designs, and we are in her design studio. Chloe, thank you and welcome.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here. This is where everything happens.
This is where the magic happens, and it's 2 weeks prior to Fashion Week.
Gosh.
What kind of preparations are you going through now?
A lot. This is where the craziness really kind of seep in. I have to think about the model casting, the music, the video behind, the runway presentation, just getting the clothes together, working with the stylist, looking for shoes, just pulling everything that really makes that show, that 15 minutes presentation on the runway. And there's so many components. It's just not about the clothes. It's the hair, the makeup, the media behind that, to trying to get all the people to know about those shows. It's so much stuff.
One of the things that people never or don't think about often is the way that the model walks, the way that she looks. You may have picked out a certain dress for the model, but then that switches around during the fitting. Tell me about that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We're going to fit 3 days before my show, and we have 24 looks to maybe 30 looks, and we have 12 girls. And so you have an idea of your run-through already, what's going to go first. But once you start fitting the models, you realize this girl is stronger, or this girl looks amazing in this, but she can't have that outfit next to each other. So everything gets really switched around, and then everything changes 3 days before the show, because it really depends on the models, how strong they are, who's going to open, who's going to close, and do you have enough time to switch them around, because it's 12 girls, and New York Fashion Week, they usually cast 30 girls in one show. And so it's much more limited, much more smaller cast of models. So you really have to work out who can wear what and how fast can you change.
How long will you have after the casting to finalize all the details?
We're lucky. We have 3 days, but that's including alterations, styling, fixing things, and really walking it through, figure out what works. And then the music selection is still going on. Everything is decided until up to the last minute, really.
How do you handle the stress at the last minute?
Alcohol. But you know what? This is what I do. This is what you work 6 months to 4 or 5 months to, for that 1 minute before the runway, before they step out onto the runway. Those are actually the most fun, because your baby's about to come out after so long. Those are the moments that you live for, and I'm not that stressed at that last moment, because it's out of your hands. You can't tweak it anymore. You can't do anything but just zhuzh them up and make them look nice and get them out.
How do you feel when you see women wearing your designs out in public?
That's honestly the best feeling, because it's what you work for. It's what I work for when I'm designing on my own at the design studio at 11 o'clock at night, sketching early morning, because that's what you do, is really to get your clothes on real women. The models are beautiful and great, but the real woman is really who you design for. And to have someone really buy your clothes and really wear it daily in their daily life, at galas, at event, going to work, that means that you are a legit designer, because you affect someone's daily life.
How do you think your fashion is going to evolve in the next 20 years?
The next 20 years, I think my design is definitely going to get more elaborate. It's what I think I'm going to get to be a little bit more artistic, because this season now, even the fall collection, I'm making pieces that is pure luxury. It's probably never going to go to the store, but I'm letting myself be more artistic and have fun with that, instead of just designing stuff that can merchandise and can sell at the store. I think in 20 years, it's going to also expand, hopefully, into shoes, accessories, sportswears, children line. But the core of my aesthetic will always be there, very classic, trendy, ladylike clothing, but pieces that are very sensual still, very ladylike, but definitely timeless.
Speaking of expanding, talk about your recent expansion with Staples.
Oh yeah, so we just launched the new iPad case for Staples, and and they increased their orders, so now I'm in 1,400 Staples stores with my laptop cases. I also do luggages for Nuo, and that's on Zappo.com. So it's really exciting to do something besides clothing. As a designer, you want to do so many things. Anything that's creative, you want to get your hands into. So it's a really nice extension of my creativity.
Your boutique has been open for 12 years now.
Yes.
It opened in 2000.
Oh, so long.
Who and what inspired your entrepreneurship?
My mother really is pretty much my mentor and my inspiration to start my own business, because she came to the United States, her and my dad, really with no money, with 8 kids, and they started a business together. And by the time I was in high school, we had 5 different dry cleaning locations. So for me to see that she really started from nothing, without even knowing how to speak English, to really start a whole pretty much big business of dry cleaning, And to start from nothing, I always admire that. And I always thought if she can do it, I should be able to do it.
I understand your mother and your sister are a big part of your success as well.
Yeah, they actually, when I first started, I came back from New York in 2000. I lived with my mom and dad. My mom helped me start the business. I started the business with my sister, Kim. So it's always been a family business, definitely.
Speaking of your mom, what's the best beauty or fashion advice she ever gave you?
The best advice is probably stay out the sun. Everybody wonder how I stay so young. It's because I'm trapped inside my design studio. I don't ever go outside. And honestly, I think it's just eating healthy. She always tells me not to eat too much. At the same time, she's always feeding me that.
What fashion or beauty staple does Chloe Dao never leave home without?
I always have a great fitted jacket in my car. If I need to look pulled together, I always put it on. I think that is so important to have in your closet a nice fitted jacket because it really can bring a casual outfit into something that's much more chic and put together.
Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our viewers?
Oh, gosh.
Where can they get more information about Chloe Dao?
Oh, yes, www.chloedao.com. If you want to really be inside my world, there's my YouTube channel, my blog, that I really let you into the Chloe Dao world, how I create, how the design process works, how the fitting works. We're going to film everything and really let you know, even with the behind the scene at the Fashion Rhythm.
Great. Well, thank you for speaking with us today.
It's been so much fun.
And best of luck to you at
Thank
Houston
you.
Fashion Week.
I'll see you there.
Fashion Houston is Monday, November 12th through Wednesday, November 15th from 5 to 11 p.m. at the Wortham Center. More info is available at fashionhouston.net. The Look Fashion Show is Friday, November 16th at Las Velas, Houston. Doors open at 6 and the show is from 7 to 10 p.m. Details at thelookhouston2012.eventbrite.com. November is National Transgender Awareness Month. Memorialize those who were killed due to anti-transgender hatred or prejudice at the Transgender Day of Remembrance, Saturday, November 17th from 7 to 9 p.m. at the University of Houston A.D. Bruce Religion Center. Details at tgdor.org. Lynn Energy presents Houston Via Colori. The Street Painting Festival is back November 17th through the 18th with more than 200 local and national artists painting the streets of downtown Houston, Hms and City Hall. Admission is free. Via Colori benefits the Center for Hearing and Speech. Info at houstonviacolori.com. This has been HMS at Chloe Dao. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, if you wish to feature your organization or event on our show, email info@hmstv.org. Thanks and goodbye.